Well, hello there and welcome to the shed. We are live, and as you can see, it is snowing in here in the shed. Obviously, being summertime in Australia, the snow is falling, but as soon as it hits the ground, it is, disappearing. So, you know, enjoy the snow while it's last. Big shout out to everyone in the chat. Mrs. Austin, who's up early over there in America. To G, to Cody, Dogface, Becky. He's cooking on his Weber barbecue. Mum and Dad are watching on the big screen TV. We got Funkin' Hungry. We got Cherinator over in Scotland. We've got it all going on. Fake news. Oh, excuse me, I'm starting to spit everywhere. Loud and clear, thank you very much. Hopefully it's not too loud and clear. As you can see, done a little bit of decorating in here, and I've got a few things going on. We've got the chat, which you can see on screen nicely. Got, a little banner across the top and banner down the bottom. So, no, Peter, it doesn't snow up your way. It's too bloody hot. So what's going on in the shed? Well, I've been working over on the boiler, and the shed is worldwide. Yes, we are. And I'm not actually showing that at the moment. There's a lot of prep work going on, and I'm just going to wait till the end and sort of show you all. But work is happening, and as I've mentioned before, fancy git. As I've mentioned before, coming up in July of next year, end of July next year, is the Roller's 100th birthday, built in 1926 and shipped out here to Australia. Took about 3 months to ship out, and hopefully we're going to make some really good progress on that come next year. And it may not be driving down the road, but we'll be bloody close. Do you get a Christmas dinner? No, you don't get a Christmas dinner, but hopefully all's good and I'm not out of sync too much, because it does look like I'm a little bit out of sync. I did close down a lot of programs and stuff. But anyway, just before I went live, I asked Mr. Shed Talk to whip something up, and we are going to have a giveaway tonight. And that giveaway is a coffee mug, and it's got this design on it. This is John Fowler and Company. These are the steamroller that I'm working on. So this one is the steamroller, and this side is the tractor. They sold it as a convertible. They called it the Quick Change Convertible. So you brought the one engine and you got it configured. No, you don't get to pull a cracker, G. You get to have it as a roller, or you could change it into a tractor. So, and what was the difference? Well, it was just these wheels. It's the same engine, but different wheels. Fancy pants. And we've changed the font up here, John Fowler and Company Leeds Limited, and it's got Quick Change Convertible under there. So that's going to be our giveaway tonight. And I'll do that a little bit later. So if you're interested and you want this coffee mug, we'll put a little thing in. We'll do a little spinny wheel and do it. It'll choose a random person, and I will send this to you regardless of where it goes, whether it's over to Mrs. Austin or Cherinator or up to Peter or wherever, down to G or something, or Zakau or Dogface or whoever. G'day, Zakau. Thanks. Merry Christmas. It is the Christmas show. Merry Christmas. We got the snow falling. If need be, we could have a blizzard in here, but anyway. I love the emojis there, Zakau. They're coming through nicely on the screen here. Meld Studios playing nice, and everything is looking good. I'm really happy how this is turning out. If you don't mind, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Most of you have. Most of you do support me. You're here every week. You guys are fantastic. And, of course, some of you are members as well. And I really appreciate you guys being members. And I'm going to take, here's the full sugar Coke. There you go. I brought it this afternoon. That's a Melbourne tram, that one. Those of you who don't know what a Melbourne tram is, they're pretty iconic sort of things. Cheers, everyone. I might have something else a little bit later on, being a Christmas one. Might join in. As mentioned before, I do have other people watching, and Cherinator just subscribed. Cherinator, I thought you were already subscribed, but thanks for subscribing. 860. What are we now? 867. Oh, some plonker. That's crazy. Hang on. Let's give it a refresh here. Oh, I don't know. How did you subscribe, Cherinator? Oh, righto. Just subscribed. But I thought Cherinator was already subscribed. Anyway, his membership. Maybe that's what it is. What are you guys doing? How come you just subscribed again? That's my free milestone, 4 months. That's unbelievable, Cherinator. That's fantastic. Oh, right. Okay, I get it now. Right, I see it now. Dogface for 5 months. Fantastic, Dogface. Cherinator, 4 months. Funk and Hungry, 4 months. Fantastic. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it. And I think I've got a couple of subscriptions to catch up on too. Cherinator, 4 months. Yep. Everyone's 4 or 5 months. You guys are unbelievable. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. And Mrs. Austin, you guys are just unreal. I really appreciate it. So I tell you what's going to happen. Little project coming up. And what I've been actually doing is waiting on something to come in. Hang on a second. Where'd I put them? Hey, Mrs. Austin, I hope I know it's cold over there now. You're in peak winter season. Hopefully, I'm not sure whether you're getting any snow where you are now. Hopefully, if you are, it's only very light snow. Excuse me. So this is a bottle of this diesel fuel system. When I got the new car, oh, Mrs. Austin, you haven't seen it. Hang on, let's set it up. Let's flick over to, actually, I'll go to the talking head, and I don't know whether it's going to, right, okay. So this will all change. Oh, well, hey, come here. No, that's a steamroller. Oh, well, there you go. Let's talk about it. So we did our last Santa event at Old Petrie Town. So we had the steamroller and we brought Santa in on a pallet. We towed him in. That was his sled. And oh, hang on, I've got to go. Hang on. I've got to go chase the dogs. Sorry. Hang on. Come here. Maxie. Nia, come on. With me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's that all about? No. Come here. Come here. Come on. Yeah, no, it's right. I got him. I was going to put him in the car. You're right. Yeah, I know. Okay, so I'm just talking, just talking with Mrs. Shed Talk. She knows I'm online, so she's come down to. Right, let's get back to it. Oh, righto. Yeah, Becky, you would be, mate. I'm just playing catch up in the chat here. Dog face. Oh my God. Righto. Yeah, it was another warm one for us here in Brisbane. So this is a bit out of order. Some of these are not going to. Okay, why won't that show? No, that's going to have a hissy fit. Right, when that has a hissy fit, it won't come up. Righto. So that's the steamroller that we drag. That's the one I help look after. And hang on, let's get rid of some things here. Right, get rid of that. And there you go. There's Santa and the elves, and they're pretending to push Santa in. So it worked out a lot better than what I actually thought. I thought it was going to be a complete disaster. Now, I don't know why I can't get a photo of the car up there, because I was going to show Mrs. Austin, because I don't think she's seen it. And I don't think I've got one to quickly grab. Downloads, recents. Let's have a look. Quick look in recents. It's all changed again. No, Mrs. Austin, I'll have to send it to you separately, unless I've got the. Where have I got the bench cam? There it is. You can see it over there, Mrs. Austin. If you haven't seen it, it's a Mahindra pickup. So Mahindra is an Indian company. And so far it's been a great little car. A couple of little things I've got to sort out, but other than that, yeah, it's great. Right, so back to the talking head. And some more fresh Coke. Well, now, what was I going to show? Where was I? I have no idea. No idea. I've totally lost my train of thought. Something to do with... Right. Let's just go over to the live stream. Now, actually, sorry, we'll go back to the Christmas show here. There we go. Look at that. The Christmas show. Anyway, I've got this leftover diesel stuff, aluminium. It's nice. Instead of throwing this away, we're going to chop the top off that, and then we're going to chop it about here, turn this over, and slide that back inside. And it's going to make a nice little oil dispensing, lubricant dispensing device when I'm maybe doing something on the lathe. You should have it in Discord. Yep, righto, thanks, Pete. And I was after a particular brush. Peter found a bunch on Temu, and then one of the guys from the Steam Shed said that Discount Store Choice has it. And I went to the one nearest me, and they didn't have any, so I just got these instead. So I'm probably going to use this yellow one, and I'll make it the right size so that whenever the idea of turning this upside down and inserting it back in here is that, and you can still have a bit of oil or something in the bottom, and if you knock it over, it's not going to spill everywhere. So that's going to be a future thing, future little video coming up. Righto, the Coke's all gone. And I've got some water over there too, got a bit of a runny nose. Well, I shouldn't do that on live streams. But anyway, getting back to our little giveaway, this is a process called dye sublimation. And it's basically like getting a tattoo. This gets printed, this design gets printed on onto a piece of paper. You do it in reverse, because if you don't do it in reverse, it won't come out right. Everything will be in reverse. And then you use a heat and you hold it in a device for a certain amount of time, and it transfers over. Now, we've done, previous to this, we've done ones for Emma. She's got a cup with a sign, her logo on it for sign writing. We've also done stuff for Emma for lock nuts. We've also, my wife's recently done some for a motel just down the road here, and it's a good way of getting a design or a photo or something like that. I think Dogface, you wanted one of these of your dog on a cup. Still happy to do it for you, mate. Just got to get in contact, and that's the one thing. And whoever wins this, obviously, I'm going to have to get their address, name and address, and post it to them. So that's, if you're looking for a coffee mug and a bit of a talking point with others, so on. So yeah, we'll do that a little bit later on in the show. And oh my God, you guys are crazy. Some of these comments are absolutely unbelievable, absolutely unreal. And I must admit, I've been between work. Well, last day of work tomorrow. Woohoo! Finishing a little bit early, not too early, but of course, work's in a panic to get things done. Some things are just not going to be done, but everyone else is in that same sort of, oh, we got to get it done. We got it. Oh, my chair's going down. We got to get it down. We got to get it done. But sometimes there comes a point there just some things just can't be done. But anyway, that'll be good. Work's putting on a bit of a barbecue for us. They'll put some beers on, and I know one thing that work is offering us is a ham or a carton of beer. Some blokes are taking the carton of beer, and people like me are taking the ham because last year when they did it, thanks Peter. When they did it last year, it was a fairly big ham. So, and if you go buy one of those, depending on which one you get, where you get it from, all that sort of stuff, could be anywhere up to $100. So I'm not going to knock a ham back. And usually, a ham leg lasts us ages, quite a long time. Yep, Peter's posted in the Discord. Oh, let's just have a quick look at that. That's Peter Noddle's channel. Funny looking bloke, that Peter Noddle. Not that he's... Oh. Righto, that's... For whatever reason, Pete, that took me to your... Oh, yeah, no, it's taken me to... Oh, welcome back. If I go to Meld... Oh, yeah, Discord... Yeah, righto, okay. Anyway, if you want to have a look at that. Pea and ham soup. Oh, Mrs. Shed Talk is here. Righto. Let's close that. And Shed Sisters here. Yep. So give everyone a wave to Mrs. Shed Talk for doing the giveaway so quickly. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, and I'm sort of mixing words here. A little bit out of sorts because I'm just sort of not used to what I've got going on here. Sorry. And it's all happening pretty fast too right now, I must admit. And I don't know what I've got for intermission because I need to step away just for a second. Right. Well, I didn't have anything on the intermission, so my bad. So, see, we've got a quite a good quite a lot of people here at the moment. So how about we go into our little giveaway? If you want to be in the giveaway, we go. How about we go Shed 12? Type in the chat Shed 12 if you want to be in the giveaway, and I'll add your name to the ticker, to the spinny wheel. Where are we? And here it is here. As soon as I so we've got Cherinator, I'll add Cherinator. I'm going to have to go backwards and forwards here. Yeah, next Thursday we're having Christmas at our place here. Peter, I'll put Peter in. So why isn't this coming up? If I have to, I'll add it in again. Probably because I haven't got anything in there. Cherinator. Kerry. Oh. Cody. Right, so we're getting some names in here now. Anybody else want to be in this giveaway? Just type Shed 12. That's all you got to do. It's pretty easy. Well, maybe Cherinator, we might do a special live Christmas show, seeing it's Thursday night, and we can have a chat or maybe Discord, see how we go. Sorry to hear that you're going to be on your own, mate. Anybody else want to be in this giveaway? Because otherwise it's not going to be... Yeah, no worries, Kerry. That's not a problem. Yeah, Pete, I've got your name. We only got to put it in once. Hang on, I'll just add to it. There's Peter. There's 4 of you in here now. Anybody else want to be in this? That bloke, Funk and Hungry, wants in. I'll just put G-Man. Peter G. Oh, jeez. Kerry, if you win it, I'm going to redraw. Yeah, Peter's keen as, yeah. Did I write it? So we've got a few names in there. Now, does anybody else want to be in this? Because otherwise I'm going to... have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone? If you want to be in the giveaway, type in Shed 12. Mum and Dad. Well, I think we've given Mum and Dad a cup already, if not. So this is mainly for Jamar. G'day, mate. How are you? Thanks for being in here. Come on. So Jamar, if you win, you're going to have to tell me your postal address. Did I just hear a dog? No. Anyway. Maybe I did. Hang on. Right. Darling, you got the dogs up with you? I thought I heard a dog down here. Hang on. This is highly entertaining. Oh, yes, you are here. Righto. Do you want to come and say hello to everyone? Come on, come here. Come on. Come and say hello. Come on. Come on. Come on, come with me. Come on. No, don't lay down. Come over and lay with me. Come on. Come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Hang on. Okay, just we got a special visitor. We'll go over to the live. Here she is. Hey, baby girl. There you are. Look, everybody wants to say hello. Hey, everybody wants to say, look at this stuff all over you. Hey, that's from Max, isn't it? So Max must be upstairs. Only one only. Yeah, righto. Okay. I just didn't realise that she was still down here. That's all right. You going to sit over there like you did last time? And we can put the doggy cam on? What's you going to do? You don't know what you want to do. All right, you go sit down. Yeah, she's getting old. She's getting a bit old and slow. But Max keeps her young, and Max has been good for her. They're both good. All right, well, now, so hopefully I'll go back to our spinning wheel. Go back to the talking head. Cody, Peter, G, Jamar, Cherinator, Kerry. Anybody else? Is anybody else? What about Becky's probably away? Oh well. And Funk and Hungry has just uploaded a video, so you've probably got a notification. So go and watch that. Go watch the old Funk and Hungry food review. And oh yes, of course, Mrs. Austin, of course. Is she still here? Oh, Stylesy normally. Oh, he's working, isn't he? And I'll put Mrs. Austin. Righto. Okay. There we go. And we'll just, Mrs. Austin, if you're still here, you're entered into the shed giveaway. Well, Stolesy's working, so otherwise he'd be here. Oh, Mrs. Austin. Well, oh, okay. Thanks, G. I may have missed it. All right. So if nobody else is going to, no regifting allowed. Peter's setting the rules. Peter's my director. Stylesy is G's director on the live stream. So Peter, you're my director. All right, here we go. Let's do the old spinny wheel. Everybody ready? You can't make bets. No regifting allowed. Good luck. All right, here we go. Let's go to the old spinny wheel, and we're going to see who's going to win. Okay. Oh, okay, Mrs. Austin. No worries. It's cold outside. Yeah. What are you down to? About 20 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that? Hopefully it's not that cold. Or are you about 30 degrees? Nightbots. I'm not going to put night. Maybe I should put Nightbot in. Hey, Nightbot, if you want to enter the. All right. Okay. Here we go. All right. Let's get on with it. Here we go. Oh, Kerry, how did I know you were going to win it? I think, Kerry, I think we're going to do a redraw. I'm going to take your name out because 48. Okay, my sister did actually win, but this is actually I didn't think it would get, yeah, redraw. Yeah, I'm going to do a redraw. Don't worry. Because we got Christmas gifts for the family. Nothing expensive, but we got gifts for the family when they come next Thursday. So let's do the redraw. And here you go. The G-Man, Funk and Hungry. You're a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, Kerry. There you go, Funk and Hungry. You've just won a cup. And Peter, not all rigged. Oh, here we go. G-Man is the winner. So congratulations, G. You've just won a coffee mug with a steamroller on it or a traction engine, whatever you like to call it. Well, okay. If you want to come for Christmas lunch, jump on a plane and we'll have a seat for you. If you're, I'll just have to post it down to you, G. And so another mug, I know. Yeah, we'll fill it with lollies. Yep. We'll fill it with lollies. So there you go. And now, so we'll make sure it's all. Hang on. We'll make sure once again. No, Peter. No, you don't have to buy one, mate. You asked me a while ago, and I haven't got round to it. That's my fault. You've also given me some other stuff, so I owe you in return. It's all good. Well, you definitely got to thank Mrs. Shed Talk. I know you have, G, because she did the hard work on this, getting it right, getting it organised. And sometimes things go wrong. Mrs. Shed Talk has actually got a cup that she did the other day for the hotel down the road or motel, whatever it is. And by accident, she done it upside down. So if you turn the cup upside down on the, put it on your rack or something like that, and you take it, then the design's upside down. But some people, that doesn't matter. They'd be happy with it. And it's all good. Righto. Ooh, a video to watch. No, it's all good, Peter. No, seriously, mate. We'll sort it out. All right. So, what else am I going to talk about on the Christmas show? Well, I don't know. A little bit lost for words because I thought I was all prepared, but I wasn't. I've been a little bit unprepared and getting things sorted out in the shed. Well, not in the shed, but doing things on the roller. There's a fair bit of work. It is, and it is. Hang on, I forgot. Right, that's probably a bit better. I forgot my makeup one. There's a fair bit of work involved on the steamroller. I'm doing fairly major work, and the work is being done under direction of a boiler inspector. So there's nothing dodgy being done in any way, shape, or form. And even before the steamroller goes out into the public, it'll be fit for purpose. It won't be, everything will be above board, paperwork and all that sort of stuff. And we'll have tested it many, many times before. So once this work gets done, boiler work, fabricating work and other repairs, it'll be tested and retested. So, you just don't do these things and go, oh, okay, it's right to go. It's very much like any new vehicle, or especially when it's specialised like this, you make sure it's right to go and fit for purpose. You do a few, you do what we call a hydrostatic test, and you might to ensure that nothing's going to go wrong catastrophically or anything like that. And then you do a number of steam tests, or what they do, hot tests, and even before it goes out into the public. So yeah. No, Peter, not like that. These are just pieces of vinyl which are about, sort of yay long by about that high, and they have a design on them. It could be a number plate, it could be a name or something like that. So the work that Mrs. Shed Talk does for this gentleman, he does, makes covers for a lot of hot rods and things like that. So some of the work is straightforward. Some of it's quite involved. However, when it comes to machines, and yes, things are done digitally via a computer and so on. It still takes some manual input. You've got to make sure that the piece of material is sitting properly in the machine, all that sort of stuff. And it takes a bit of work. In the past, Mrs. Shed Talk has had people come into her office and go, "Oh, look at the computer. The computer does everything." That's not the case. So there's quite a bit involved, even though, yes, the computer does a lot of it, that's for sure. This is another design. This is the builder's plate that I've showed you before. This shirt is actually about, this shirt's about 4 years old, and this is one of the first shirts that Mrs. Shed Talk did. So it's a heat transfer, very much like the mugs, and this has stood the test of time. It is starting to get a bit thin, a few holes in it, but it's a really comfy shirt. As you can see, it's quite worn and so on and so forth. And mugs are her hobby, and same with this. It's a way of everyone's got their hobby, and this, it hasn't just evolved overnight. It's taken a bit of time, and Mrs. Shed Talk does do her research when she starts going into this. Sometimes when you do this sort of thing, things go wrong. A bit like stuff happening here in the shed. Sometimes, as much as you can plan out, it still goes wrong. But anyway, you get that sort of thing happening. Righto, so where are we up to now? And yeah, the toolboxes, right. The toolboxes you see behind me came off the old ute, and I haven't yet got round to putting them on the new ute or utility. Collar is a bit straight. Yeah. Oh God, that Nightbot. Jeez, he gets in there a bit much. Crepe paper or paper flowers is another little side hobby of my of Mrs. Shed Talk, and as with all things, sometimes when you first do something, a design, it doesn't always work out, and it's quite a bit of work involved, actually, quite laborious. So anyway, I wonder if this other stuff has decided to come back. Hang on, I'm still here. No, I'm going to have to add all of that back in, whatever that was. I'm still here. I'm just in the background. I'm going to try, because I had the portable hard drive unplugged, and I plugged it back in, and some of the stuff's not coming up again. There it is. Right, going to open that. G'day and welcome back to the shed. My name's Mark. Well, we're just going back to our way of doing things that I've previously done it. I'm recording the video.
But of course,
on the iPhone,
like any time,
using the Rode Wireless
you're
Go, so we're getting the
quite free
Go
to
3, sorry. So we're getting
ask
good
me
audio.
any questions.
Auto assist gain is on.
All right.
But anyway, just a short one. This is a little modification that's being made to the lathe here in front of us. It's a piece of aluminium. Yes, I know our friends in America call it something else. They call it aluminum. But anyway, aluminium. It's just going to sit on top here. It's protruding out a bit here, about 3 to 5 mil. So I've got to put it in the milling machine and just recess that a little bit further. And then a couple of screws to hold it down, probably 3. But what it's going to do is we'll be able to set the lathe tools, whoops, when do I get it around the right way? I'm going to put the lathe tools on here like this so they're easy access and they're not sitting on top of the headstock and cluttering things up like you wouldn't believe. This has worked great, but it gets very cluttered up here and you knock things off and you lose track and other things build up and it just, yeah, so let's sort it out. So now we'll grab this bit of aluminium here and we'll go over to the milling machine and get it sorted out. Right, now I've got the camera set up in the position I need it to. I'll set this up the way it needs to be to make the recess, and I'm going to have to put another parallel down. These things here are called parallel strips. They're precision ground to a certain size, and usually they're used like that in that sort of situation, but in this situation I'm using them like this. So the material sits up, and being aluminium, it's fairly soft and weak, very versatile bit of stuff, but can be a little bit hard to machine if it's not supported well, especially if it's in this situation. I've got my dead blow hammer here, which I'm going to use to sit things down nicely. Make sure everything's sitting down, which it's not. I'll have to loosen this off. I've got a lot of overhang. So I'll loosen this off. Sitting nicely. The vise is just in that right spot where it's not too tight and it's not too loose. So I'll have to use my leg there just to tighten things up. Make sure that's sitting down properly. That's looking much better. Everything's nice and tight. And the bit of steel's just pushing it up against the back face here. I only got to take about 3 mil off, but I'll take as much as possible. So we might move to another camera position, I think. Right, we've repositioned the camera now, and the digital readout makes a good camera position, so we'll get going on this. I'm just making sure that making sure we are cutting all the way along evenly. Righto, I'm back, and thank you, Mrs. Austin, for coming in and staying up so early. So, seeing it's a Christmas show, I'm going to relax a bit now. See you later. Gonna sit. I've got a apple cider. Went and grabbed a 4-pack this afternoon, so I'm going to enjoy a cider. So cheers everyone, and hope you have one too. This is probably honestly my first one in a very long time. So I'm gonna sit here and enjoy this. So it is West Coast New Zealand. Monteith's Brewing Company. There you go. I didn't even realise when I got it that it was a New Zealand brand. There it is there. I got it from BWS, $14.50 or something like that. Made around New Zealand by Monteith's Brewing. I'll have to talk. We got a few Kiwis. Greymouth. We've got quite a few Kiwis at work, so I'll have a talk to them. All right. Talk to you later, Kerry. Yeah. No, I'll see you next Thursday. As next Thursday will be Christmas Day. There you go. Now, what did I think of? That's right. This book here. Now, I have showed this book before, Fowler Steam Road Vehicles. This is a reprint of, I think this is about the second copy. This is an amalgamation of a number of books that, or booklets that John Fowler and Company would give a new owner of a steam engine. And as you can see, Fowler Leads, Transport Machinery, Steam Road Tractors, John Fowler and Company. And it gives an introduction, general information, all to do with your engine. Gives a lovely cutaway of the cylinder. Really, really good detail. I love the detail in these books. Tells you about all the different parts of the engine, and even shows you a photo here. Should you get stuck in, hang on. Oh yeah, very cold over. Mum and Dad said they'd been there. Should you get stuck, you get your traction engine stuck in the creek or whatever you're going through, you can winch yourself out. This is about the winding gear. Good boiler design, the usual stuff that a manufacturer does. The springing gear. So that's road locomotives, but then we get further on. There's quite a bit of detail in this book. Depending on what horsepower you want, because back in the day, don't forget, horses were your main forms of traction. Internal, then steam, and then internal combustion. And there's a table here. It gives you a list of nominal horsepower, and nominal horsepower was a rating that they came up with, I believe, to get around paying tax, as you do. And as you can see in this illustration here, there's a section on the convertible engines, and this is exactly what's on the giveaway cup, which we're going to Mr. G. It tells you all about them and so on. I'm going to loan this book to one of our members of the club because he's, becoming a bit more involved with us, and he needs to brush up on his knowledge. And I did loan him a book, but it's a bit too in-depth, and it's a bit brain bleeding. But when you go through some of this stuff, this is a steam truck. Oh, excuse me. And for all intents and purposes, it's not that much difference to modern day trucks. That's virtually similar to what I drive today. Now, what's the difference? Well, internal combustion engine, the drivetrain, and of course the cab's enclosed. Down here they give an example of the engine, the V twin engine. Yeah, well, that's right, Peter. And you've got, you see here, there's chassis rails and a differential springing, virtually identical to what you see in modern day vehicles. Honestly, this is virtually no different to what is on my truck, the one I drive at work. And so very little has changed really in over the years in terms of trucks and things like that. And Cherinator he's the man who loves his trucks. And of course, trucks could be set up to do all sorts of things. You know, it's all been done before, that's for sure. Oh, that's going down quite well, actually. Now I'm just going to actually, what percentage is that? It's 1.2 standard drinks, if anyone's interested. 4.5% alcohol. It's not bad. And because I don't drink that often, working instructions. So this is a culmination here. Working instructions, Fowler road rollers and traction engines with hints on their maintenance and general management. When I got this, once I got the roller, I started chasing down things like this, as much information as I could to help me, and it really has been beneficial. There's some drawings, general arrangements of the steamrollers, and this takes you through and says receiving new engines, if they're sent by rail, unloading them, because back in the day, you did a lot of this by yourself. Starting and running before. So a section here on starting and running before you light a fire. Most of these, when people brought them, they weren't used to an engine, so they would give you a little booklet. This is a combined book of about 3 reproduced manuals, and it's definitely worth reading, especially if you're new. But like most things, they probably just got the engine and old mate said, oh yeah, I can drive this, and away you go. So it's once again, it's just full of information, things you would have to deal with, lubricating oil, and of course, John Fowler and Company not only just supplied the engine, but they also supplied whatever you needed, special quality steam cylinder oil, special quality oil and stuff like that, and engine oil. So, it was a one-stop shop for everything you needed for your engine. And once again, this is just a fantastic book with lots of little hints and things, and wearing parts. If you needed any of the parts, you'd go back to them and get what you needed. And John, as mentioned before, John Fowler and Company, in fact, I'll get the catalogue here. This is the parts catalogue, number 62, part 2, number 62. Be interesting to see the other ones. I probably should, get who to PM. Okay, I'll have to talk to Mrs. Shed Talk about that. She's texting me messages. One interesting little thing about this, which I may have talked about it before. Now, you will have seen some of these, or at least one of these photos before. There's a few more photos there of, and this one over here this one here, is the photo I've put up before of the erecting shop. The one above it here is the plate they use for the boil plate, and a couple of photos of the machine shop. These are fantastic photos, and it'd be great to get full-size reproductions of things. And the machine shop, you can see, I'll get in close, you can see everything is belt driven from overhead. And this is their range of equipment, both road rollers and traction engines, crane engines. You've seen a crane engine. We've got an example of a crane engine down in South Australia there, down at Cobb Dobler. It's the thing I want to do, read to you here, which I'm trying to find, and I don't think I can find it. Maybe it's in this one. This one here, Fowler Road Making Machinery. This is all about their road making equipment. And it tells you they're quite proud of their. They made a point of pointing out all the prominent parts and so on. No different to what manufacturers do today. Erecting shed, Peter. Things were erected, as in put together, and I just can't find the particular. It must have been somewhere else, unless it was in one of the other books. But they were really proud of how many people they employed. Unless it's in the back here, and even this catalogue gave you prices. You knew what you were paying for parts. There was none of this. We have to look it up, or we got to, contact the manager or something like that. It's really well organised, and John Fowler's. They had a lot of awards. The John Fowler and Company were like the Rolls Royce of the day. Paris Exhibition in 1900, great success. Paris Exhibition 1900. John Fowler and Company leads engineers. Steam Plough and Locomotive Works leads, and they were the top of the class at the time. There are other manufacturers and so on, of course, all doing the same thing. But unfortunately, Fowler's did change. They didn't really change fast enough, I suppose, like some manufacturers did. Yeah, yep, that's the one. And I'll just very quickly. John Fowler was one of the world's innovators, whose ideas were to unfold to the great benefit of mankind, but who, like many other innovator, was never known just how great his benefactors were. To be the world, were to be to the world, and that is true. He was born in Wiltshire in 11th of July 1826, so a long time ago. He was the son of a wealthy merchant. On leaving school, he entered entered the corn trade as his father wished, but at the age of 21, followed his own learnings and joined Middlesbrough firm of engineers. Back in the day, it was Giles, Wilson, Hopkins and Company, who built locomotive steam engines as well as colliery winding gear, because back in the day, that's what you did. You were digging up coal from the ground to feed the boilers, to drive the machinery, to power the mills and all that other stuff. So the actual thing I wanted to read is I just can't find, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So I'll have to wait till next time. And I've actually been prattling on here for long enough. I'll just have a quick. What it was to do with? Oh, there it is. That's what I wanted. That there. That's a general view of the steam plough works. That's how big it was, back in the day. And it says general view of the steam plough works, Leeds, covering an area of over 14 acres and employing from 2,000 to 2,800 to 3,000 men and boys. Now, that's pretty significant when you think about a statement like that. And it's even there in writing, and they're quite proud of that. Men and boys. Okay, so let's put this in perspective. Most of the time when you finished Form 7, Grade 7, you unless you're really wealthy, you went and worked beside your father and started your apprenticeship when you're about 12 or 13, whatever it was. Most kids, they went. Some of them went down the mines. Others worked at places like John Fowler and Company. So that's the way it was back in the day, back then, before, they really got serious with child labour laws and things like that. Yeah, absolutely right, Peter. Back when labour was cheap and lives were cheaper. Well, not much has changed, to tell you the truth. It's still very much the same. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy this, and I think I might end it on that. So I really appreciate everyone joining in tonight and being part of the Christmas show. I really love you guys' support. I haven't put a video out in quite a while, and that's just what's been happening at home here and work, of course. Over Christmas, hopefully, might get a chance to put one or two out, get a bit more work done on the roller, but we got some work to do here. We got to get the house cleaned up. We've been fighting cockroaches. Both myself and Mrs. Shed Talk, we've come into the kitchen. Usually you see the odd cockroach or two, but lately it's been like the family members and the cousins and whatever else. So we've got the fumigators coming in Christmas Eve on the 24th. So, but Mrs. Shed Talk today, as well as doing some embroidery work, also got to and cleaned up some cupboards in the kitchen, and we threw out a bunch of stuff, and hopefully it's going to reduce the cockroaches. But anyway, all right, everyone, thank you very much. I really appreciate the support, the ongoing support. You guys and girls are truly fantastic people, and Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Whistle.